Turn it up. Yeah. Call all the deacons up. Call them up now. Ask if we linking up. Ask if we linking up. What time no sleeping time? 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 Call up the deacons, bro. Call them up now. Ask if we linking up. Ask if we linking up. What time no sleeping time? What time no sleeping time? Wake up the sleeping tribe. Wake up the sleeping tribe. Call up the deacons, bro. Call them up now. Ask if we linking up. Now. What time no sleeping time? 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 Call all the deacons up. Call them up now. Ask if we linking up. What we linking up? What time no sleeping time? In a minute now. Wake up the sleeping tribes.
I said I had to call him up. I made the phone call a Deke like, what's up? Is you ready for war? He replied, been ready for war. Been ready for a battle with swords. And I respect him cause he fought many wars. I humble down to what the scriptures say and give doubles to the elders that been leading the way. I know it's hard in this walk and they've been walking for years. So when I'm weak in the flesh, they voice attend to my ears. A young man trying to soak the wisdom, gain the knowledge, apply the scriptures. Wrong decisions leave me senseless. Dear Lord, would you give me a chance? We all looking for the code to the gate. We all looking how to
teach our people the laws of God. That was always our job as men. That's why we was the priests. Our job was teach the people. That's what we have to do. And what do we got to teach the people? The laws of God. Show them what we doing wrong. Give me Leviticus chapter 21 verse 5.
Bring it out.
Give me Leviticus chapter 21 verse 5. Let me show y'all some basic laws that our people do not get. Read.
Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5. Come on. They shall not make baldness upon their heads.
So as the Israelite men, we can't make baldness upon our head like Floyd Mayweather, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal. Come on.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
Why shouldn't we shave off the corner of our beard? Because it's a manly badge of honor.
That's right.
It show you went from boyhood to manhood. That's why we get those white pimples and all that around our face, our neck and our jaw area because of that razor. We are supposed to shave off our beard. The way you tell a female lion and a male lion is what? It's man. That's how. So we have to grow our what? Our beard.
That's right.
That's a what?
That's our mom.
That's a command.
That's identified.
Yeah, read.
Nor make any cuttings in their flesh.
Nor make any cuttings in our flesh like tattoos. We don't need to get tattoos. Our people love to get tattoos. They love to get sleeved up. Give me Numbers chapter 15 verse 38. Let me show y'all another thing. Y'all know we got a dress code.
Oh yeah.
Everybody on this planet Earth, y'all know they want to be like us, they dress like us, they try to talk like us.
Bring it out, huh?
Wear your hat backwards just like that. You gonna see white people wearing their hat backwards just like that. You gonna see the Asians wearing their hats backwards just like that. You gonna see the Arabs wearing their hat backwards just like that. How y'all doing? Hey, don't let this history walk past. Don't walk past all this history. Don't y'all know that all this is history? It's for us. They have it to our people to show us who we really are, because we are not blacks, we're not African Americans, we are God's chosen people.
That's right.
Imagine that we heard that from our childhood. Imagine that we heard that, and we ain't heard we just niggas, spits, and coons. That we ain't just good for nothing but basketball and football. We God's chosen people. Let me ask you two, who is this right here?
This so-called Jesus.
So-called Jesus. You was talking with Jesus Christ growing up, right? Where did this image come from? School. Give me Revelation 1 chapter 1.
Bring it out.
Because for our people to believe this is Jesus, it means something wrong with our mind, correct? Because how could this be our Savior, and this is the same man that raped, robbed, and murdered our ancestors and eradicated a whole nation of people?
Bring it out, huh?
It can't be. We have been bamboozled. All our churches got what image in it? This right here. This right here, and y'all wonder why there's so much evil in them churches. Yeah, it's all, yeah. Remember in jail, you used to get the whole Bible, now they give you the little New Testament Bible.
In the school.
Read what you got.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1.
Listen to this.
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
What does the word revelation mean? What's the word?
Reveal.
To what?
Reveal.
So John the Revelator is going to reveal
revelation,
the description of Jesus Christ. Come on.
Which God gave unto him.
Jump down to verse 3. Watch this.
Verse 3.
Watch this.
Blessed is he that readeth.
Blessed is he that what?
That readeth.
That what?
That readeth.
Y'all heard that? Blessed is he that what?
Readeth.
What our people don't like doing?
Read.
But John the Revelator just said, do what?
Read.
Blessed is he that readeth. You black men, you need to start reading. And guess what book you need to read? This Bible.
That's right.
Guess your history book. Read.
And they that hear the words of this prophecy.
And they hear the words of this prophecy. So y'all are the ones finna hear the word of this prophecy of Jesus Christ. Now jump down to verse 13.
Verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks.
So we finna do process of elimination. We finna say, is this description right according to the Bible, or is this description right according to the Bible?
Bring it out.
Read what you got.
One like unto the Son of Man.
Now this says, now John the Revelator said, this look like the Son of Man right here. Now let's see how he described the Son of Man, which is who? Jesus Christ. Read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Y'all see how my garment is, but Christ had on a garment down to the foot. Read.
And a girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Christ had on a golden girdle, a golden belt. Now I got 100% cotton on. Christ had on pure gold. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Like what?
Like wool.
Like what?
Like wool.
Can you touch your hair? What does it feel like? Wool. Wool. They call it what? Nappy. When you type in nappy on Google, it gonna tell you that your hair just is natural state. So when they call you just nappy head, guess what? They just you understand now. My hair just that it's natural state. That's how our hair is. It's kinky. It gets our texture, our hair gets woolly, like a what? A sheep. Read.
As white as snow.
As white as what?
As snow.
So now let's do process of elimination. White woolly hair, white beard, white as snow. Do you even see a bird on this character?
Just a shadow.
Read what you got.
Don't even look like it. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Why was Christ's eyes as a flame of fire? Why was his eyes as a flame of fire? Because of what? Because he loved to drink wine. Because when we drink, the whites of our eyes do what? Turn red. Yes. That's why Christ's eyes was red. Not because he was like Cyclops out X-Men, shooting fire in his eyes. No. Read what you got.
And his feet.
And his what?
And his feet.
So if you look down at somebody's feet, they feet the same color the rest of their body, correct? Read.
Like unto fine brass.
What color is brass?
Like brownish.
Brownish. Brownish. Brownish, right? We know he ain't now. We know he don't have red eyes. This man got blue eyes over here, green eyes on this one. So we know that's strike 2. Then it said his skin like fine brass, strike 3, because we know this is not brass at all. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace. The book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 5. Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man.
A certain man, come on.
Clothed in linen.
Clothed in linen, come on.
Whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz.
There go that golden belt again. Read.
His body also was like the beryl.
Meaning he had on a green garment. Come on.
And his face as the appearance of lightning.
His face is the appearance of lightning because of the power he had. Read.
And his eyes as lamps of fire.
His eyes as lamps of fire. Come on.
And his arms and his feet.
His what?
His arms and his feet.
His arms and his feet. Read.
Like in color.
Like in what?
Like in color.
Did they not call you one nationality? Was not our nationality called colored people? Yeah. You colored people drink the water over there. So guess what? Colored like what?
To polished brass.
That's the same thing John the Revelator said.
Bring it out, huh?
So who is this? This is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
That's why this is the root of black on black crime.
That's right.
That's why we kill each other. That's why we pimp our women out. Why we don't try to pimp no Asians out? Why you don't try to pimp no Arab women out? Why you don't try to pimp no African women out? Because you can't. We only do evil to our people.
Bring it out, huh?
It's our time that we wake up and come back to the knowledge of this Bible. Did y'all know slavery is in the Bible and slavery is Bible prophecy? How did we get over here to the shores of America? On what? Can you think I can find it in here? Give me Deuteronomy 28 to 6 state.
Bring it out.
Start at verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on.
But it shall come to pass,
When you see it shall come to pass, it means that this thing gonna happen if it ain't already happened. Come on.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
This is the voice of the Lord thy God, this Bible. That's the voice of the Lord thy God, read.
To observe to do all his commandments
You heard that, all his commandments, not just 10. Read.
and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
That what?
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, another word for curse is evil things. It says all these evil things will go happen to these people. Jump down to verse 16 right fast.
Verse 16, cursed shall thou be in the city.
Are we not cursed in every city around the world?
Bring it out, huh?
We cursed in every city. Hands up, don't shoot. Racial profiling. All these different things happen to us. Hell, if you even jog in the white neighborhood now, you gonna get a citation.
Yes, it.
Read.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
What field? The cotton fields. What that picture wheels on the field? The cotton fields. Right over there. They showing the cotton fields. We got that one. Showing the cotton field. Let's lift that up. Let's show our people the cotton field. Y'all come closer. This is our history. You see this? This the cotton field. This the cotton field. What's this right here? That's a little baby. That's a baby. This a cotton field. Curse shall thou be in the field. What field you cursed on now today? FedEx, UPS, Nike. The jobs you have to work 12-hour shifts when you see your co-workers more than you see your family.
Right.
That's a curse. You don't think that's a curse? When you at work 70 hours a week and you spending 13 hours with your kids and you wonder why they bad? That's a curse. Why? Because we did not want to hearken to our God.
That's right.
It's our time we wake out of sleep. Jump down to verse 30.
Verse 30.
Come on.
Thou shalt be betrothed a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Y'all heard that? Did you men hear that? That means we was promised wives or had wives, but another man had to what?
Lie with her.
Had to what?
Lie with her.
Just imagine that. The slave master just can come get your wife when he want to. And then guess what? She had to come back to you. What kind of mental state you think our people was in? We can read it right now. They had you chained and shackled up for over 350 years when you couldn't read or write. You have no excuse right now.
Bring it out.
You have no excuse.
That's right.
Read.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Do y'all hear that? All these big houses that they have, our people are building those houses. We built the White House, but look who been in it. Hell, they tried to give you one black man. And he was an African. But they told our people he was black so they can what? Calm them down. Calm them down. Kim Barack. Kim Barack. Hell, our people, you had black men crying like hell when he became president. Read. Jump down to verse 32.
Verse 32.
Watch this.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
What is, right here. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. What's this right here? A what? Auction. What they auctioning who off? Us. Read that from the top again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given to another people.
Our sons and daughters was given into another people. Look at this, a newborn baby right there. Come close so we can actually see. This is the things that happen to our people. Is that not a newborn baby? So soon as our baby, watch this. Jump down to verse 41. We gonna come right back to that. Read.
Thou shalt beget sons and
Watch
daughters,
this.
but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
We weren't gonna enjoy our kids because that was gonna go where? Into captivity. Into captivity. This is what? Bible prophecy. We did not know that this was in the Bible. This is your history book. To hell with American history.
That's right.
This is Israelite history.
That's right.
And it's only for you blacks, Hispanics, and you Native Americans. It's our time we'll wake up and claim our heritage.
That's right.
Read it from the top again.
And thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
Because they were going to go into captivity. Another reason why we're going to enjoy them, jump back up to verse 32 and give me the part out the read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Our eyes were going to look and fail with longer for them all the day long, meaning we was going to what? We couldn't do nothing but cry. Y'all seen the movie 12 Years a Slave? Y'all seen the movie Roots? We couldn't do nothing but cry. If you got kids and somebody call DHS on you and tell you y'all living in bad living conditions, y'all water ain't working, y'all air ain't working, what you think they gonna come do? They gonna come take the kids. You think it's gonna be easy for you to get your kids back? That is a curse. Just because you don't take care of your kids up to their standards, they'll take your kids from you. That's a curse. Jump down to verse 37. You can put that down now. Let me see. Read verse 37.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations.
Astonishment is a great wonder. All other nations wonder why the black man don't like taking care of his kids. They wonder why the black woman rather make a twerk video than show her kids how to do their homework. They wonder why we act the way we do towards each other. We are an astonishment. It says a what?
A proverb.
A proverb. What's a proverb against our people? A proverb is a wise saying. What are wise sayings against our people? You want to have something from a nigga, you gonna do what? Put it in the book. A Negro love chicken. A nigga love grape Kool-Aid. All of these are proverbs against our people. And what else?
And a byword.
A byword is being called something outside your nationality. Like a nickname or a pet expression. Like Junior. Yeah, nigga. Or African American. Or Mexican. Or Haitian. All of those are bywords. Y'all know that all of them are our people. Because we come from the tribe of Judah. No. Africans are not our people. Africans are not our people. That's what they tell you. Africans sold Africans in slavery. Now Africans sold Israelites. And it's Bible prophecy. We gonna get it. Jump down to verse 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
A sign and for a wonder. We know we see that church of chicken sign. We know we can go get some chicken biscuits and some sweet tea. So according to these signs in Deuteronomy 28, 15 through 68, that's your identification in the land of your captivity to show you who you are.
Right. Right.
In order to know in order for you to know where you going in your future, you have to know where you come from. You have to know your past. You have to know your history. If you have no data or clue of your history, how the hell do you know where you going? We have to come back to our history, and that's the Bible. And that's God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Read verse 47.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
Because we want to serve our God for joyfulness and gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Guess what our God did? Guess what our God did? Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Thou what?
Thine enemies.
Read.
Which the Lord shall
Who?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
So who sent our enemies against us? Who? God. Why? Because we ain't hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God. So God sent our enemies. I guess he was such a loving God. He's a terrible God too.
That's right.
Read.
In hunger.
In what?
In hunger.
Whose stores we going into right now? Churches. Look, we even going in gold in China. Gold in China. You don't even know how they take their garbage out. Look how the design of the building, man. You don't know what you eat in them Chinese places.
That's right.
You go in there and ask for some ribs, you gonna get a cat die. You mess around going there and get some shrimp fried right with some vegetables, your green vegetable gonna start hopping on your plate. But guess what? That's a curse. And guess what? God did it to us.
That's right.
Why? Because we didn't want to hearken to his voice, which is the Bible. Read.
And in thirst.
In thirst. Aquafina, the sunny. Water falls at the sky for free. We have to go to our enemies for that. For water. Read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, the clothes that's on our back. We don't own this textile companies. We don't own none of the manufacturing companies. We don't own none of that. Our enemies own all that. Read.
And in want of all things.
In the want of all things. Your kid needs an education. You need a job. Your baby needs to be born. Your baby, you need to bury one of your family members. You have to go to our enemies for any and everything. But guess what this enemy was gonna do? Read what you got.
And he.
And who?
And he.
And he. So this enemy is a he. Let's see who this enemy is. Read.
Shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
A what?
A yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Until what?
Until he have destroyed thee.
So y'all want to know why we was mentally destroyed? Come look. This right here was in museums. Y'all know we just had one of them entertainers to wear something like this. What's the boy name? Future. He had him and his daughter with that on. Something like that. Our people don't understand the things that happen to us. This is Bible prophecy. This is your history. We got a school right around the corner on 1661 Lamar Roselle. It's our time that we come up and wake up and learn who we are. We gotta learn who we are. We God chosen people. You can put that down, but watch this. We have laws, statutes, and commandments to follow. Watch this. Give me Deuteronomy 22:5. Because we got a dress code. We got a dress code. We got laws, statutes, and commandments. Men gotta have beards on their face. That's a law. So if your beard can grow, let your beard grow. Read that for me.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Come on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Come on.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So now, if you were standing right here in a dress, you would be an abomination to God, and we'd be thinking you would. Gay as hell, right? So when our women got pants on, what should we think? They're abomination. Yeah, then she'll have on a masculine spirit. That's what brings upon a woman.
Bring it out.
A masculine spirit. That's why it's so easy for our black women to roll up at the black man. You see what I'm saying? Unconsciously knowing. We don't know that. We don't know that. Our women don't understand the spirit that gets on them. That's why it's so easy for you to, nigga, what? He just asked you to turn the hot water off. It's that spirit that comes with it. That's what we have to understand. We can't be carnal minded no more. We have to start to see everything spiritual now. We got to go with what God says instead of hell with what society says. It says the woman don't supposed to do what?
Wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
The woman can't wear what pertains to men. You can't do it. Why? We got zippers in the front of our pants. What you unzipping and flipping? Nothing. And guess what it said? You're going to be an abomination. Guess what happened to abomination? Give me Revelation 21:27. I'm from Lincoln. Then Sean, come on. Read that for me.
Revelation chapter 21 and verse 7. 27. And there shall in no wise.
And there shall in no wise, read.
Enter into it.
Enter into it. Into what? The kingdom of heaven. Read.
Anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination.
Neither they worketh what?
Abomination. Or maketh a lie.
So our people that's an abomination to God, guess what? They ain't gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. We have to understand who we are. We have to come back to our dress code. Give me 1 Timothy 2 and verse 9. Watch this, sister. Because hold that picture up again. Let me show you something. Hold that picture up. Read 1 Timothy 2 and 9. Watch this. Y'all see, you see this picture? You seeing all these pictures? What do our women have on? Who? What changed? What changed? Yeah, and what changed? Society, the white man, got in our people's head. Read what you got, watch this.
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that the women adorn themselves.
So the women, they gotta adorn themselves. Read.
In modest apparel.
In what?
In modest apparel.
We have to start to dress in modest apparel. Why? Because nobody's supposed to see the shape of your body except your man. It's supposed to be a mystery to everybody else. He's the only person that's supposed to know and see. So when our women walking around here in tight spandex, good dresses, where the man can see everything, guess what? The Most High don't like that. The Most High don't like that. Guess who else don't like it? Your man don't like it. And this why it always start. This why it always gonna be something. Won't you look at it? Hell is there. Hell is out and about. Our women have to dress in modest apparel and what?
With shamefacedness.
Our women have to be shy. Our women ain't shy no more. Our women will walk up to you and just tell you she want it. Or probably take it from you now. Read.
And sobriety.
In sobriety, read.
Not with broided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array. But which becometh women professing godliness.
Our women supposed to be professing godliness. Read.
With good works.
With what?
With good works.
The good works our women supposed to be having are teaching the younger women that's up under them and their kids. You got to teach the younger women that's up under you the different things on how to act as a young lady, on how to act in school, on how to act in different places that they go. This is our women's job. Teach the young girls on how to do different things, to make garments, to do all that. Our women has a job. Our women have a job. It's to get the household in order. While the man go to work, he bring home the money, he do everything else. If the woman's job is to help the man, this her whole job is to help us. Read.
Let the woman learn in silence.
Do what?
Let the woman learn in silence.
Our women have to learn in silence. Read.
With all subjection.
With all subjection. So that's all praise that the sister is seeing her quiet. Read.
But I suffer not a woman to teach.
But guess what? A woman cannot teach. Read.
Nor to usurp authority over the man.
Guess what? You have no authority over that man. That man is the head of you. Give me that in 1 Corinthians chapter 11.
Bring it out.
Let me show you. It's the order. We have to come back to this Bible. We want to get connections back with our God. We got to come back to this Bible as the Israelites. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 1. Read.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
So Paul said, be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ. Read.
Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things.
Watch this.
And keep the ordinances.
So this the ordinances, meaning orders, laws. Read.
As I delivered them to you. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of man is who? Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
The head of the woman is what?
Is the man.
So who the head of the woman? The man. Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
The head of Christ is God. Watch this. Read.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
So this good, you ain't got nothing over your head, covering your head, because you will be dishonoring your head, which is Christ and God. But watch this. Read.
But every woman that prayeth or prophesied with her head uncovered, dishonoreth her head. But as even all one as if she were shaven.
So it's just like our women not having their head covered. It's just like you having a bald head. It'll be a shame. That'll be a shame thing to see. So guess what? When the Bible coming out, I always remember you're supposed to have a head wrap or a cover.
Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh.
So you got to confess that Jesus Christ came in a what? Flesh. What color flesh?
Black.
The Christian church says this. They hypocrites.
Bring it out, huh?
They hypocrites. Read.
And every spirit that confesseth not.
Every spirit that what?
Confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh. Is not of God.
Because a lot of Christians gonna say he a spirit. Nobody never seen Jesus. No, son. Nobody never seen no Jesus. Yeah, how did he feed 5,000? How did he gather the 12 disciples?
Bring it out, huh?
How did he teach the people if nobody never saw Christ? How he do what? All them miracles. Let's show you. Our people, guess what, bro? You know the scriptures. The only thing you got to do is come back to the Bible. That's the Israelites. Your job is to teach her and to teach your people. That's your job. It's not a reason you was walking by the same day we was right here. The Most High directed your steps. Now the Most High got a question for you. Give me Psalms 94 verse 16. The Most High want to know if our men are really serious. We say we men all day. I'm grown. I'm grown man. Let's see how grown our men are. Read.
The book of Psalms chapter 94 and verse 16.
It is.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
You ready to rise up for God against the evildoers? Read.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Who gonna help the Most High stand up against the workers of iniquity? This ain't an easy job. You see how rebellious our people is? You see how we can just freely drive up and down the street? Because we have no care for the laws of God. Our people hate God.
Bring it out, huh?
Our people say they love God all the time, but in actuality, you hate God. The only way you can show your love for God is by your actions. Read. Now, verse 16.
Verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
You see all this evil that's going on? You see all the evil amongst our people? Guess who's supposed to be reproving our people and showing them what they doing wrong according to this Bible? This is our job. This is our book.
That's right.
This is our whole duty. Read.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
All of this sin that our enemies got out here for our people, is our job to show our people not to fall for the deceitfulness of the heathens. That's our job. So go now to Acts 3 and 19. Did I read that for y'all? Acts 3 and 19? Good, good. So now, our job is, for y'all, is to now, y'all next step should be coming to the school. You got all the history right here in the neighborhood. We right here on Lamar Roselle. School started at 2 o'clock. We would love to see y'all there. What else is it for our people to do? Because today we supposed to be doing nothing but congregating with like-minded people like ourselves. Right. Other than that, we in sin, period. Why? Because we're going to have to go buy some. We're going to have to go cook some. We're going to have to do something that's contrary to what God said do today. Because today is the what? The what? You already know that. Now you got to know what to do on that 7th day. Keep it what? Keep it what? Keep it holy. How do we keep it holy? Give me Hebrews 10 and 25. Show you how to keep the Sabbath holy. Hebrews 10 and 25. This man already know it. This man said keep it holy. Read.
The book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 25.
Too many people get answers like that. Read.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
Not forsaking the assembly. Assembly is what? When we come together. Read.
As the manner of some is.
As the manner of some is. Come on.
But exhorting one another.
But what?
Exhorting one another.
When we all come together, man, do you not know how much exhortation goes on throughout the unity of the brethren and the sisters?
A lot of them trying to get together downtown and
You want to know why? You want to know why? Because it ain't of God. Can't nothing stop this. Everything that we do, it has to be, the foundation has to be of Christ, the Most High in Christ. That's our foundation. That's why this ain't gonna be stopped. That's why you say the who rolled up? The police. The police. Read.
And so much the more, as ye see the day approaching. For if we sin willfully.
So now if we sit up there and sin willfully and say, you know what, the hell with it. Read.
After that we have received the knowledge of the truth.
Now after we receive the knowledge of the truth, read.
There remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
It said there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin. Our job is to come together on the Sabbath day.
Right.
That's our job. We have to come together around like-minded brothers and sisters like ourselves. Look at all the sin and evil that's out there. That's why it's so easy for our people to get caught up in sin. Look at all the evil that's upon earth. Hell, Satan, the prince of the earth. Hell, Satan, he can transform himself to an angel in light. That's why our people feel like they living up so good. When as a nation, collectively, we at the bottom of society. But our people, just because they in a Benz, I'm in a Rolls Royce, I'm good. I'm good. That's our people problem. They only think about self and not the nation.
That's right.
Our job is to think about the nation.
That's right.
That's why we come out here and go to every hood in Memphis to teach our people who they are.
Right.
To wake up to the knowledge of this Bible. Because guess what? World War III finna pop out. War coming to this place. What's your contention plans? Our people don't have, what's yours?
Christ.
To be of who?
Christ.
Give me that 2 Peter 2:21. All praises. Because that's exactly what we're supposed to be doing and how we should be. Christ told us that. Read.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 21.
Read on.
For even hereunto were ye called.
You were called. Read.
Because Christ also suffered for us.
Christ suffered for us. The 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
Leaving us an example.
Leaving us a what?
An example.
You said you wanted to be like Christ. Read.
That you should follow his steps.
Should follow his what?
His steps.
Read.
Who did no sin. Neither was guile found in his mouth.
Neither was guile found in his mouth. So you trying to be what? You trying to be perfect. You trying to be holy. Meaning you trying to be separate from the other nations. The only way you going to do that is through this right here. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 8. Read.
The book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing.
It says, beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing. Come on.
That one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years. And 1,000 years as one day.
Well, watch this. Read.
The Lord is not slack concerning his promise.
The Most High is not slack concerning his promise. Our people are always talking about, Christ ain't gonna return. Christ, you've been hearing it, right? Guess what? One day is like 1,000 years to God. We cannot fathom when Christ gonna return. Christ don't even know when he gonna return himself. So how do they even know? They don't know a damn thing. Read.
As some men count slackness.
And some of our men count the slackness. Read.
But it's long suffering.
It's what?
It's long suffering.
Long suffering.
To
Read.
usward.
To usward. To the Israelites. Read.
Not willing that any should perish.
We don't want any of our people to perish. Read.
But that all should come to repentance.
To what?
Come to repentance.
We just read that in Acts 3 verse 19. That's what he want all our people to come into what?
Repentance.
Read.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
How it's gonna come?
As a thief in the night.
How a thief gonna come?
Nobody knows.
Ain't nobody gonna know. Read.
In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Read. It said, what's that great noise in that fervent heat? Remember, it said great noise and fervent heat. They got to remind you of something. There's something got to come to your head. You already know the Bible. Fervent heat. No, think about it. How Christ gonna return? Like a thief in the night. Yeah, what he gonna be doing? What's that loud noise in that fervent heat? Loud noise and fervent heat. Think about it. Nuclear destruction. Nuclear destruction. Huh? The armor of Armageddon. The valor of Jehoshaphat. Well, all nations going to the Middle East right now, girding up for war. And now people don't have a clue in the world because we worry about where LeBron James going. Where Kyrie Irving going? Where Carmelo going? We trying to be ready for when the day of the Christ return. That's what we trying to be ready for. That's right. Free.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
The works and what?
Shall be burned up.
Everything and whoever is not keeping the commandments of God, guess what's going to happen to our people? They going to feel that fervent heat. Our people going to feel that mighty sword. Guess if you're not keeping the commandments. We have time to repent. We never know when the day of the Lord is going to be here. Read.
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. What manner of persons ought ye to be?
What manner of persons ye ought to be? Who? That's right. Holy. And how do you be holy? Give me Romans 7 and 12. Everything you got to do, you got to answer according to this Bible. So when somebody tell you telling somebody holy, guess what? Romans 7 verse 12. Watch this. Give me Romans 7 verse 12.
The book of Romans chapter 7 and verse 12. Wherefore, the law is holy.
The what?
The law is holy.
So you say you want to be like Christ. Guess what you got to do? You got to keep the law to be holy. Read.
And the commandment holy.
The commandment's holy. Read.
And just.
Uh-huh.
And good.
That's what's good. They say milk does a body good. The laws of God does your body good.
That's right.
That's what healed every man that you see standing up here. Right. The laws of God. Because all of us up here was on this side at first. How did we end up on this side? Yeah, we was walking by and we heard the word too.
That's right.
And we did what? We reformed our minds. We subdued our own understanding. And came what? Back to this Bible as newborn babies. And we had to be taught all over again. Because everything we have been taught was contrary to the word of God.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.